into our next innovation talk, which is about generative AI. It's going to be a big one. We're going to go out to Rob. Rob, I think you're in the WebEx lounge. You're going to continue the conversation around AI and collaboration, right?
Yes, I think you were speaking to me. It's funny, I just realized, Nish, that my earpiece wasn't in. And I'm like, wow, it's so quiet over there in the studio. I wonder when they're going to come over and want to talk to me and Megs. Well, thank you. I put it in at the right time. Megs, I just kind of did a really sloppy introduction of you there. You're with WebEx. You're showing off some of the incredible new capabilities that are part and parcel of the WebEx suite, as I understand it. What specifically is it that you wanted to share with us today?
So we are launching so many AI innovations here at the show, and I was really struggling actually what to share with you, but I thought, you're a video content creator, like I have to talk about our asynchronous workloads and how we have seamlessly integrated those into WebEx. So what you can do in WebEx now is, from directly here in your WebEx spaces, you can just click on our link here, our vidcast icon here, in order to record a video directly from WebEx, okay? So you open it up, you'll see your vidcast window. It should look very familiar if you're accessing our asynchronous video capabilities from the web page. It'll look very familiar as well. And then from here you can, manage your audio, manage your camera, you can share your screen, you can turn on a virtual background, and then we're going to start recording. So, I'm communicating with my friends here. I need to share something with them. Okay, I don't need a meeting for that. I just need to explain how this tool works, how the trimming works, how some of the capabilities in vidcast work. So I'm just going to share it. Typically you'd be sharing a presentation as well. You can do that directly from WebEx. Then I'm going to click stop. I can trim it here, add a little title to it. So let me just add a quick title. So I'm going to call it clip and trim. And that's going to be shared then directly with all of my colleagues here in WebEx.
All right. So if I can jump in for a second, I just want to make sure nobody missed anything that Max is talking about here, because I did have a chance to play with this a bit more and work with the incredible Hannah Burke, who's on the vidcast team, and I believe we shared how much she's been helpful for both of us. But what Max is showing here is built into WebEx. So the idea of you go, well, that's what big deal, I can click a button and start a video recording. Of course you can do that other places on your machine, but does it have the same regulations, the same rules around how data is supposed to be shared or not shared in your environment, within your domain, for your entire company? Those type of things, all those share permissions, they follow through with things like vidcast. But the point is that why have a meeting if all you need to do is share some very specific information with one or many people, including, possibly, as many of us are doing now, you could do not just the camera, but grab the screen as well. So you're educating in a way that maybe is a bit more, how should I say, being nice to the other person about their time.
Yeah, exactly.
But it does some things for you on your behalf, correct?
Absolutely. So what's absolutely fantastic about it is I have generated this content. As I showed you, you could do a little trimming yourself, but then the additional AI processing that is added to the video is it's pulling out highlights. So the assistant is pulling out the pertinent information and highlights, so that while this video is 4 minutes long, here I actually see the 4 primary points that are available as part of this video. And then also, it also automatically generates chapters for me. So here I have chapter 1, 2, and 3. So just a real time saver. Like, all of these capabilities are around increasing my productivity, helping me communicate more effectively, helping me stay on top of my work, helping me catch up quickly. Like, these are just absolutely fantastic innovations and such time savers.
Well, I wish I could say I always knew about this, but it was actually working with a WebEx product manager, and he kept sending me videos of the stuff he was getting across. And it's not as if he had to send me several for me to get it, because I immediately understood. But I was like, instead of having a meeting and we had to share, which still is necessary, and obviously that's one click away as well. That's awesome, you're right? But this is just another way to share it. But I like the fact, so we're using AI not to just rewrite, but also to summarize and then chapterize, so that that's another step for the person you're sending it to say, all I care about is point number 3, click and go. Is that right?
Exactly, and same is true for meetings as well. I'd love to show some of the automatic chapters in meetings as well if we have time, because a lot of the times when you're sharing content with people, they don't actually need the full hour or the full 5 minutes or 15 minutes. It's like they just want that segment that is appropriate to them. So we have a similar capability in meetings as well, where we can chapter out automatically the content for you, so you can just access what you need.
That's about all the time we have on the vidcast. Was there one other thing you wanted to tell us about before we have to go? Oh, you're going to get it ready. This is, okay, look at that. Got a fancy chart up. Tell us what we're looking at.
So what we're looking at here is actually a meeting recording about this booth, okay? So we have all of our experts here getting the demo suite here up and running. They had a 15-minute meeting on this and recorded it. Now, previously, if I had missed the meeting, and that happens a lot, I'm based in Europe, a lot of my colleagues are based in the US, I'm catching up on recordings the next day, I'm going through the transcripts. You know, it's wonderful. I can search for keywords, it's super quick. But you know what's quicker? Is when I have a 2-paragraph summary, okay? 2-paragraph summary plus 3 action items that I can just consume in like less than a minute, as opposed to watching back the 15 minutes straight away. And then my favorite thing, now I was not assigned any actions here, luckily, but if I was and I wasn't in the meeting, it's a 1-click to get additional context on why that action was assigned to me. So you click here, it brings you to that point in the recording, so you just get this extra context without having to ping the person who's assigned you the action to say, can you give me this information? Which again, like I'm a few hours away, so just self-serving, saving time, getting on top of things straight away. By the time my colleagues come in the morning, I have this job done.
Wow, I love that too, because one of the things, it reminds me of, we're always wanting to recheck when we have AI write for us, or we're doing research or something, you always want to check your sources, and the better eyes do that. This is checking your own source of your own information, so nice circular, because that could be very important if something was misinterpreted. I'm a huge fan of transcripts for learning and accelerating learning. Mags, thank you so much for the time here. Guys, please come down and check out the WebEx booth, say hi to Mags, and get all the information you need. Don't leave here without it. Take care.